Hi everyone, it's Melissa Groom here from Empowered Mums. I'm here with Trevor Russell, business strategist and sales and speaker trainer. Trevor and I have had a relationship for about 5 years in business, and he's come along to lots of our meetups and has great strategies and tools to help us get around the fear of sales. I don't know about you, but I just want to say welcome and thank you for joining us on this Facebook Live training today, Trev.
Thanks, Mel. This is great, exciting. So shall we get into it?
Yes.
Okay, so everyone that's watching, as you can see, it's a little squashy with how we're working, but I want to make sure that Mel and I are both in this video together. And what my intention here is, I'm going to role play today and be Mel, and Mel is going to be a potential client. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk you through this process that I've got, which is a consultation to enroll a client process, which is a process that I have learned and developed from some very smart business consultants and sales experts that I've used for years, that you will see is a very, very beautiful way to be able to connect and really explore and build value, and if the opportunity is appropriate, to enroll people into what it is that we provide, either in products or services. And I'm going to walk through that. So let's get into it. Okay, so the first thing for those of you who are watching this video now or later is, and I want you, if you're really serious about getting more clients, increasing your revenue, and really being able to work with more people, then I would suggest that you take notes, and I'll share with you how I can send you this when we wrap up. But please take notes, because if you're really serious about making your business work, this is where the rubber hits the road. Before I get into it, people will invest in programs on how to get rid of their money blocks, and how to get more leads on Facebook, and how to get likes, and how to attract more customers through their sales page. However, what most people either don't or won't invest time and money into is how to sit with someone or how to call someone and have a structured conversation and process that gets people to meet and talk and ask for the money. That is where it still happens. Yes, we can sell online products, which is great. However, there's still such a huge need, and I think a growing need, to be able to have conversations with people that leads to effectively and skillfully enrolling them into what it is that we represent. So let's continue. Before we do anything, the first thing that we've got to do is check in with our mindset. Because if we're going to call someone to organize a follow-up meeting, and let's just say for today, Mel and I met, I'm Mel and I met, who are you today, Mel?
Marie.
Marie. And I met Marie at, let's say, a networking event. I've got to be able to call her up, create a conversation that has her happy to meet or talk further on the phone, and be able to do that. So we need to have our mindset in the right place. So my mindset with going into this form of sales process is, firstly, when I'm contacting Marie, is what I'm doing is to reconnect and to determine if and how we may be able to work together, if and how I may be able to bring value to Marie for what it is that I do. So the next thing that we want to do is we want to discover together if there is a return on investment for Marie possibly investing into what it is that I sell and charge or am representing, whether it's coaching, whether it's a network marketing business, whether it's selling accounting, whether it's selling an online program, whatever it is, we want to determine if there's going to be a high emotional and financial return on investment by us working together and transacting some money and time, i.e. back to me for the work that we're going to do together. And the mindset is always going to be about building our confidence through practicing and working our sales consultation process, which is before you go and meet and have coffee meetings, that you're going to sit down and think, I want to be skilled, I want to be refreshed and clear on the journey that I want to take this person on to determine if it's going to be of value for us to work together. And I'm not saying push them into selling or doing something that is uncomfortable in the sense of selling them something without being able to determine if there is an opportunity to sell, but a carefully structured process. Yes, have a coffee meeting. Yes, go have a lovely chat and a laugh. However, if you're in business, we want to determine if there's an opportunity to work together, and I'll show you how to do that. The next thing is, we haven't even started yet, that's our mindset tips, the actions that we're going to take. The actions that we're going to take that's going to have us have a steady flow of people to talk to and meet to have that process in place. So, collecting details. If you're at a networking event or you're collecting details online on your website, you are collecting details. Now, the next thing is, it's all well and good to collect details, but let's just say I've met Marie at a networking event, I've got her card, we've agreed to have a chat, and if I never call her and the card lives on my desk, which is where I know so many business cards live, what's going to happen? And I know, having been to events for years, how few people call that card because they don't know how, they're too scared, they think they're going to bother them, and guess what? Nothing happens. So we've got to collect the details, and then we've got to follow up, and we've got to lock in a meeting. And the next tip I'm going to give you is 5 by 5, which is, and I'm going to give Mel a challenge for the next 2 weeks, that she's going to make 5 contacts before 5 o'clock every day for the next 2 weeks. Either a combination of following up to organize a meeting or to have the actual meeting. 5 by 5. So if you were going to call 5 people every day and follow them up to have a meeting and have the meeting, that would be 50 contacts in 2 weeks. That's going to be busy, isn't it? Okay?
Definitely.
So 5 by 5, guys. What do most people do every day? Nothing other, they do everything but have the meetings and the calls. 5 by 5. Okay, so they're the simple actions that we're going to take. The next thing is we're now going to go into the consultation process. So we'll do a quick role play, okay, Mel, and work through this. So the first point is connection. Connection to relax and relate with the person. And the connection goes something like this. Hi Mel, great to catch up. Thanks for making the time. It was quite a good event the other day, wasn't it? And then that speaker, I really found it interesting. What do you think? Yeah?
Yeah, it was great.
No brainer, right? We all know how to connect.
Yeah.
Yeah, chit chat. Unfortunately, most people connect for too long, but we want to just connect. Obviously relax and relate to each other, bit of small talk, and then we who initiate the meeting take the lead. And it goes like this, which is setting the intention for why we caught up. And I have put some general script points together to help Mel understand this process, who's Marie today. And it goes like this, setting the intention, which is why we're there and what we want to achieve when we're there. Okay, which is, thanks for your time, Marie. I know how busy we all are. I was really interested in what you had to say, and as we were talking, we thought there might be a way that we could possibly do something together. So what I thought we could do is meet up. I'd like to share a bit more about what I do and how I am really passionate about helping people in the areas that I help them. And I'd like to find out more about you and see if I can provide some value and advice to you even here today. And if we see any value in working together, we could have a chat about that. How does that sound?
Sounds good.
Is that a pretty clear intention? So that's what Mel would say to Marie. Cool? And yes, you're going to chit chat in between, but we're always in our mind knowing where we're going. So very quickly about me, my name's Melissa Groom. I have been running a networking group called Empowered Mums. I have been working with, mentoring, speaking women for many, many years. And I run a program which is teaching people how to build their brand and their profile through a 30-day video challenge, which I'd like to share with you, which I think you might find really interesting. And I know what business is like, and I've started from home, And now I have the great opportunity to work with hundreds of women all around the world, helping them build their business and really helping them get more of what they want. So quick on us, and then the language is, anyway, enough about me. I'd like to find out more about you, which is now we're going into the exploration phase of the consultation, right? So the exploration phase is where we ask a series of questions that has us understand more about Marie to find out if there might be a way for us to work together, okay? And it goes something like this. You shared a little bit about you when we met. I just also like to know how long you've been in business. How long have you been in business?
Only 6 months.
Okay, right. And what are you finding that you are struggling with?
Just there's so much to learn, and where do I start?
Yeah, right.
Which one do I invest in first? What step is first? Is it Facebook? Is it a website? Is it business cards?
Yeah, it can be quite overwhelming, can't it? And if let's just say you and I were sitting here 6 months from now and we're looking back, and you had built the business up to be running the way that you would want it to be running, how would that look to you? Like how much money would you be making, say, per month? How many clients would you be working with? What would you be doing?
Well, I'd like to be earning like $10,000 a month, and I'd be selling my online programs and working with women in group settings.
Wow, that's great. Would you like to talk about how I might be able to help you with that?
Sure, would love to.
Would you like to talk about how I might be able to help you with that? So what have we done? We've explored Maria's needs and wants, and she's got some pain. Now we're moving through this fairly quickly. We'd normally take a lot more time here. And once we have found out what she really wants and how her success looks, the key question is, would you like to have a look at how I might be able to help you with that? In the word might is very important because I call it a weasel phrase, which is if and how and might. It's very soft, and I find it's a nicer way to communicate with people. Okay, we're not saying you got to do this, but it's softer. Okay, so we've explored needs. The next thing that we want to do is go to the level of what is called the creation of the solution that I can provide Marie in her business. Okay, and in the creation, it goes like this. What we do, how we could bring value to Maria and prove it. And it goes like this. From what you've told me, Maria, I can see that, there's a lot of confusion going on and you're not quite sure where to start. You're brand new to business. I can relate. I've been there. I've seen, and worked with a lot of clients that go through that. As I just touched on earlier when we first met, I have been working with businesses from startup to larger businesses to really help them get clear on what it is that they need to do and the actions that they should take to really get that outcome that you're looking for. And can I suggest to you what I think you could do, and I could possibly even help you with, is to help you get this going. Yeah. Would it be helpful for you to get some good clients coming in fairly quickly?
Definitely.
Yeah? Okay. And what would one client be paying you, let's say, to come in and work with you per month?
At the moment, my 8-week program is $1,000.
Okay. So let's say we got you 10 of those in the next 3 months. That's $10,000. Would that be a good goal for us to set?
Yep. Okay.
So this is what I call determining and fact-finding the return on investment for the client. And so Maria has said each client's worth $1,000, and if we got 10, that's $10,000, right? And now what we want to do is we want to go into creating a possible solution. Okay. Okay. Would you like some help in getting that?
Would love to.
Okay, very good. What I propose is, and what I'm thinking is, this could work for you. I run a 30-day video challenge, and it's $1,000. However, what this video challenge does is it allows you to build very quick exposure out into the marketplace by getting you online, doing videos where people get to see what it is that you do, the passion that you have, and creating opportunities for them to contact you to talk to you about doing business. How does that sound?
Yeah, good.
And my goal would be that for your investment of time and money, that we work towards getting you those 10 clients over the coming 3 months or 6 months.
Yep.
Yeah?
Yep.
How does that sound?
Good.
So does that, and then in that also what I'll do is I'll be there to help answer some questions for you also and support you, because I get where you're at. You know, it's a bit overwhelming, right? So I really want to let you know that I'm there to support you, but that is what your investment would, and I would send you an overview of how it's going to all work. But does that sound like that could be a helpful way forward?
Yep.
Yeah? Now she's being a very good client today, obviously, in role play, but Mel being Mel for a minute, do you see what I'm doing?
Yes.
We've got to first determine what people's pain is in the exploration, and then in the creation, we've got to have a think about whether what it is that we represent could bring them value. Because sometimes it's not going to bring them value. Sometimes it's not going to. But I can see by what Maria needs, and me being Mel, that my 30-day challenge would help Maria get out into the marketplace, get her confidence up, work with someone, and for $1,000 with the goal to get $10,000, to me is a very small investment for the return. Yeah? Okay, great.
Yeah.
So now what we do is we go into the confirmation.
Yes.
And the confirmation, thank you, Maria. I know you've done this, so you know. The confirmation is confirming what it is that they want and what it is that we do is a match.
Are you both thinking of me today? Well, actually, we said Marie. But
We said Marie, yeah.
You said Maria.
Oh, yeah, sorry, Maria.
It's all good.
We are thinking of you. So now we're in the confirmation stage. And confirmation goes along lines, well, Maria, I feel very confident with what it is that you are needing in the way of support and direction, and what I do is a really good match. And I feel the video challenge will be a really good fit for you. Can we have a look at how we can get that started? Yeah?
Yeah. I just want to clarify my program is the Be Visible program, not
Okay.
the 30-day challenge
Okay.
for $1,000. Just want to clarify that for anybody watching.
All right, the Be Visible program.
Yes.
For $1,000 investment with Melissa, which is a real program if anyone is interested. So I'll just reframe my language a little bit. So Maria, with the 30-day challenge, the Be Visible program, which runs for 30 days.
8 weeks.
8 weeks.
8 weeks, but they also get the 30-day video challenge within that.
Okay.
Yes.
Great. Well, even more, right?
Yes.
Sounds like a really good fit for you. We have the investment of $1,000, or we can do it in a payment plan over X amount of weeks. However, I really want to support, obviously, and motivate people to make a full investment into themselves, and anyone who pays in full. I'm also going to do a one-on-one interview with them, and I'm also going to do some extra coaching work with them. So out of those two options, which one do you feel would work for you?
Well, I'd like to get the video interview and be promoted to your database.
Okay,
Yeah.
great. So have you seen what I've done? I've asked Maria for the business. I've given a payment in full option, and I've given a payment plan option. However, there's a motivation behind the payment in full option because we'd like to be paid in full, right? And we've done some extra work there. But have you seen what I've done as Melissa is I've presented the value and I've asked which one of those would be suitable for you? Okay? This is very, very, very important, whoever is watching this video, because this is what most people don't do. Is that right, Mel?
Yes.
People are having meetings, but they're not asking. Okay, so we want to ask which one, and then I would then be going into the enrollment process now, which is, that is wonderful. I am so looking forward to working with you, Maria. I'm very clear for your investment of time and money that we're going to really help you catapult your exposure, and we're going to really help you to get those clients coming in and working with you. How does that sound?
Exciting.
Great. Can I share with you now what the next steps are? So now we go into what's next, which is, in simplest terms, it goes like this. What I'm going to do is this, and this, which is I'm going to send an overview and summary of our meeting. I'll send an invoice with instructions of how to get that sorted so we can get you locked in. And then what I'm going to get you to do is send me this, and this, so I know what your intentions are and what you may want to share with me if you've got any other questions. And then we're going to get that locked in and get started. How does that sound?
Good.
Great. So we're off and away.
Yeah.
Right? So then that's what's next. And then we do closing words. And our closing words are, again, I just want to say, Maria, it's an absolute pleasure to work with you. And I just want to let you know I'm here for you. I've got your back. I know what this is like. And I want to have you feel reassured that for your time and money investment, that we're going to do everything that we can to have you succeed. Okay?
I don't think anybody's ever said that to me except you, Trevor. Well, people I've worked with, I mean.
Yeah.
Well, actually, no, a lady I worked with the other day, she was very good and clear with her intentions and her guarantees of providing service.
Well, the question is it helpful? Yeah.
Definitely.
Does it reassure you?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I agree. So, ladies and gentlemen watching the video, I know I have gone through that fairly quickly, but let's just recap, okay? Let's recap what we've done. We have got our mindset prepared. We have got our actions that we've taken to get the meeting. We've met either on the phone or face-to-face. We've had a connection. We've set the intention, why we're there, what we want for them. We've explored needs and pain points. We've then gone into the creation of the solution, which is what we do, what we can suggest will be a helpful way forward for our client to get the results that they want and the goals that they want to achieve, and prove it by sharing either past experience, which we didn't do today, sorry I missed that, but results we've gotten for other clients, and then go into confirmation, which is confirming with the client the value that if we work with them, they're going to get the result, and get agreement by presenting packages and asking which one. You can even say, well, let's get started, shall we? Ask for the business, the closing questions. Then enrollment is going into the enrollment of clarifying what's next, in paperwork and invoices, so on and so forth. And then our closing words, which has our client feel really good about us working together in a strong professional manner. Now, I've been doing this for a very long time, so it just kind of rolls out of my mouth. However, what I have done is I've got a little 2-page cheat sheet. If any of you want a copy of this, I'm happy to send it to you if we have a chat and I can find out more about you and your business, so we can send you a copy. So if you do, just put in the notes down below your name and email or phone number.
Or they could PM our page.
Okay. So
either if you're in the Facebook event and you don't want to put your details in there, I'm happy for you to PM Mums in Business Australia Facebook page, and I'll pass your details on to Trevor.
Yeah, great. Or you can email me at info@trevorrussell.com.au. That's info@trevorrussell.com.au. Yeah. 2 R's, 2 S's, 2 L's, and I can talk to you and I'll get that to you, and be a pleasure to see, you guys shine and get more of what you want in clients and money. So I hope you found that helpful. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, this ain't just a coffee chat eating donuts, right? This is business. It's all very nice to talk and meet, but it is a carefully structured process. And once you get good at this, it feels and looks like a nice chat, which it should be. However, we want to have a structure behind it because we want to use our time appropriately, right? Unless you've got so much money and so many clients that you can afford to just have coffee chats, then go do it. However, I don't know that there's that many of us that have that luxury. So let's go be of service. Sometimes we're going to get yeses to help people, and sometimes it's not going to be the right time, or we're going to realize it's not the right time. But my goal is that Melissa and all of you have a structure that you can always follow. And I think that's enough for today.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us, and please contact Trevor. He's given a very generous offer to have a discovery chat with you. And just as I said before, PM our Facebook page, Mums in Business Australia, with your name and phone number or email.
Yeah, name, phone number, email's fine. I won't be sharing
number
it with
and
anyone.
email, that will be great. And make sure you get on that call so that you can PMS maybe in another month's time and tell us the great results that you got working with Trevor Russell, Australia's leading expert in sales and speaker training. So thank you for joining us, Trev.
Thanks, Mel. Good job.
Okay.
You're a very good client.
All right.
Role play's always good, right? Client's always good.
All right, have a great day.
Thanks,
Bye.
guys.